I like the quote of our CEO who has said that every company is a technology company. And I would like to think that every customer thinks of themselves as that, as not how they can just utilize technology, as a means to an end, but rather to build their businesses on technology, to take advantage of the platforms that are available to them, to then meet these demands that they need to meet in this new world, or the new world, as we say. And then I think, if we just think about the context of resellers, as you said, as someone who is reselling technology, or thinking about, maybe a better term would be a partner of technology, this is really an opportunity for them, on that point that we just made around how do we learn new things, to really take advantage of building new business models, to really turn to new solutions that they could potentially provide to the market. Because the reality is the market is changing to a large extent, and so the requirements have changed. And I think there is a large opportunity now for resellers to really become industry and technology specialists in these various fields, and then to take advantage of that skill that they build within the organization, build a business model around that, and obviously go to market to meet these customer demands. So I would say the opportunities are definitely there. I think Rack made the point earlier that South Africans are resilient. I believe that, and I think we can look at the context that's in front of us and say, well, surely we can uncover these opportunities, and then from a partner perspective really come alongside these customers that really need technology to move them forward, and assist them in the best way that we can.
Very interesting. And I love the fact that you brought in the quote there by Satya about every company is a technology company. And I mean, even if you rewind back to the days of Steve Ballmer back in the day, there was also the concept of developers. I'm not sure whether everyone remembers that video. It's an old video now, but you can still find it on YouTube. Very much that was the message that was punted. Into the future, we're going to have that strong technology competence. And I think just to make it practical for the purposes of today's conversation, I think the one point I personally want to stress, as someone who also has emerged, I've come from Microsoft world. I'm still very much part of the Microsoft ecosystem, and I can tell you that for me, the most tangible thing that's available to us today is the fact that there's all these programs that allow us to become involved in either the sale or the delivery of software in some way. And because there's so much support now with this whole cloud format of computing, there's so much support, there's so much help, there's very little burden that's left for the reseller to undertake entirely on his own. So if you do have any kind of idea or thought about expanding your practice, no matter what your business might be, you could be a design agency, and you might want to incorporate some level of technology service to your client, and you might decide to bring to bear some format or some platform of technology that you want to take to your client base. And if you are in that kind of business, service-oriented business, and if you want to expand your portfolio of solutions, what a great time it is today to start incorporating as many technology-based services as possible into your product offering, because it's become so easy to deliver, because theoretically you're not actually delivering anything. The value that you're bringing is you connecting the dots between the main technology vendor and the end customer from a relationship point of view.